athletes or amateur MMA events.
Very well controlled to make sure he did not slam Grant. Grace tripod up here, and she is tapped. Tapped.
I'll just quickly go over the main rules, just so everybody's clear on them. You can hit to the body, kick to the legs, knee to the body, but no strikes to the head. Punches and strikes to the body are also allowed when we're on the floor. So if one person's on the back, the other partner can punch them to the body and to the legs, or punch and kick to the body and the legs. All takedowns and throws are allowed with the exclusion of scissor takedown, too dangerous from the knee, and also suplexes are not allowed because it's too hard to control people and avoid them landing on their neck. Standing submissions are not allowed. If someone's inside your guard, you can't stand up and slam them to the ground. The only submissions that we don't allow is anything that's going to cause a neck crank. We don't allow any coaching during the matches, so you can give your fighter advice before the round or before the start of the match and between rounds, in the break between rounds, but no shouting out advice during the round. It's a bit of a tough rule, but it's for creating the atmosphere that we want, which is more about learning and getting experience rather than it being a win at all costs sort of environment.
Okay, coming up now, we've got Grace versus Taylor. Bit of a height discrepancy here. It's going to be really interesting chess battle here between these two combatants. Can Taylor get close enough to combat that extra bit of range that Grace will possess over her? Okay, we seem to have the piercing situation sorted. Grace with the blue hair. Grace does have a bit of a height advantage. Let's see if she can figure out that range and keep that as an advantage. Taylor's utilising her lateral movement really well, not moving in straight lines forwards or backs. Really moving from side to side, keeping that range. Can the speed of Taylor combat the power of Grace in this bout? The power and grace of Grace in this bout, I should probably have said there. Very hook-focused hand attack so far from Taylor. Not a lot of straight punches being thrown. Lots of outside leg kicks as well, which are not being checked by Grace as she grabs a hold of a leg to try and go for a takedown, and she manages to complete and found herself caught into an arm-in guillotine there from Taylor. She's posting up on her head there to try and relieve the tension. Of course, no neck cranks in Bushido, okay, but a standard guillotine choke with arm in or without arm in is absolutely legal under these Bushido rules, which are of course designed to protect each athlete and provide a very safe environment for everyone involved. We don't want to see injuries. We want our athletes here to have multiple chances to compete per event. As we see Grace tripod up here, and she's tapped. Well done there from Taylor. It is a fine line on the guillotine. Hold or release and save the arms. And she backed herself in and has walked away with the arm raised. A lot of people on Team Taylor. So we see a bit of a height disparity here from Grant and Jed. Grant being the smaller statured opponent. Going to be interesting to see how he combats that range. Can he get in close on Jed to attack the body or maybe get the fight to the ground? It'll be really interesting to see what approach Grant takes here and if Jed can keep Grant at range. Of course, no head strikes here at Bushido, only to the body. You can kick, you can knee, you can of course punch. Legs as well. There's no elbows, no knees to a groined opponent. Jed just copped a kick to the groin there. Referee Ryan Barry Big Bad Bazzy will give him as much time as he needs. As we resume the fight there, powerful leg kick there from Jed. You could hear that slap a few kilometres away. Grant returns fire, inside leg kick into an outside leg kick. And they tie up. Will they be able to go to the ground here? Will they try and keep it standing? A few strikes there from Grant, getting a little bit high there. Just a reminder, there are no head strikes in Bushido, standing or grounded. Everything has to remain body or legs. There are no elbows. And they're really loading up here. A lot of punches high to the body, which can be quite effective at being able to raise the arms. Also in Bushido, that can be a little bit of an element of danger, as there could be the head that gets hit there. Jed does well to avoid the takedown there after Grant caught the leg. And Grant's reaching for that takedown there, reaching for that leg as they tie up. Nice knee there from Grant, couple of body strikes there. Doesn't seem to really affect Jed at all. As Grant catches the leg, great sprawl there from Jed to release the leg. Now Bushido is a novice competition for amateur fighters. It's really just about giving athletes a taste of competition. You can be a superstar in training, you can be a superstar in sparring, but once you start competing, things are a little bit different. The adrenaline fits a little bit different. Very well controlled there by Jed to make sure he did not slam Grant. He gets a round of applause from the competitors as he starts to attack the arm. Grant has Jed inside control as he goes for a lockdown there, trying to prevent Jed from passing into a mounted position. And Jed manages to break through that lockdown as he starts throwing some big punches to the body. And from this angle, I can't really see what's happening here. Jed is in control, he's in 3/4 mount. He starts throwing punches here. Grant doing well to defend and prevent damage. As we get to the last 10 seconds of the round, will there be an explosion of offense here from Jed? Very well survived there from Grant to end that round when Jed got into mount, was raining down punches. A bit of a timekeeper issue here from Blazing Bill Arwis next to me. Throwing him under the bus there, but that's all right. He's back on track, he's back in black. He's like AC/DC's 1980 album. A lot of hands being thrown early here in this second round, hands to the body there. Definitely get the feeling that both competitors wouldn't mind this fight going to the ground. And as I say that, Grant shoots for a single leg. Well defended there by Jed. As they still scramble. As they tie up now in a neutral position there. Grant throws a knee, and then cops a nice punch to the body for his troubles there. Inside leg kick and some body punches return there from Jed. Really good stuff there. Great control from both competitors here. Beautiful outside leg kick there from Jed as he tries to drop down to bring Grant to the mat. You can see it's generally around this point where the technique starts to get a little bit sloppy there. Have to watch my language here on commentary. Repeat body punches there from Jed. Grant does really well. Grant throws a leg kick, but well timed there from Jed to eat the leg kick, but goes straight into a takedown. He's in mount, gets a nice applause there. What will Grant do off his back? Oh, he throws his legs up in an attempt for what I would thought was a triangle there. Jed able to shrug it off back into a mounted position. As Jed tries to posture up a little bit. He's looking to
Let's go, Grant.
Clearly wants to pass guard. He's not happy being in mount there. He's Jed. He starts posturing up, throwing some punches to the body there. Changing his approach really well there, not just punching to the same location. He's forcing Grant to really think about where those punches are coming. Grant throws the legs up there. He's got feet to the hip. Is he going to try and explode Jed off there to create... Yes, he does. Grant gets back to his feet, brought straight back down into a turtle position there by Jed. What's going to happen here? Jed's trying to get to the back. Great control from both athletes here to keep the strikes to the body. It's a bit of a stalemate here on the ground. Lots of holding on there. Jed's trying to get that forearm under Grant's chin there to go for a rear naked choke. Oh, and he switches into a mounted position. Very crisp jiu-jitsu there from Jed. Controlling Grant very well there. Looking to attack the arm, I think, from my angle. He's a little bit hard to see. It's the last few seconds of the round. Grant's trying to go for a Hail Mary, but the time beats him in the end. Very good match there. Great control from both competitors as Grant Wu takes the big, deep breaths in. Sweet. Greg has the blue shin protectors on. Seth has the red. Now the first round match between these two was a draw, so it's going to be really interesting to see what adjustments have been made since then. And one of the quirks of Bushido is that sometimes you can rematch on the same event, which actually makes it quite exciting, because you can really see the coaching in action there. Now, of course, Seth sustained a minor toe injury in that first bout, but was insistent he did not want to pull out. So he is tough, and his pull-out game is weak. Greg going for a submission here. Looks like he's just got one arm as he's trying to fight to join his hands together, and Seth manages to get his head out there as he stays in Greg's guard, throwing strikes. See what Greg's like off his back here as he tries to shrimp out. Looking like he might be, at this point, he's just happy to control Seth's posture. Seth manages to get a bit of distance to really throw some punches to the body there. Some really strong punching there on display by Seth. Beautiful transition there. Fantastic sweep there from Greg. Straight into a dominant position there. He's in mount. Of course, this is battle of the long flowing locks. Who's going to win? This should have been a loser shaves his head WWE style bout as Greg goes for an arm triangle. He seems to have that in quite deep there. Can he finish? It's tight. It is very tight. Can't see if Seth is controlling a leg there. Looking to try and keep a bit of distance there, but very strong arm triangle there by Greg. Oh, Greg lifted his head there. Managed to lose that position. He's still in a dominant position on the ground there. Well, he's upstanding. Great toughness on display there from Seth not to tap from that. That looked like it was very deep. Now, of course, when you're holding a submission attempt for that long, it can blow up the arms. So it'll be interesting to see how Greg recovers from that. As we get to the final few seconds of the round. Oh, he's going for the straight ankle there. Of course, well reversed there. This is a real chest battle on the ground. Lots of fast jiu-jitsu there as Greg ends in side control. Really good first round there. Well controlled there from our referee, big bad Ryan Bazzi. So firing off leg kicks here. Seth go back to that side kick heavy attack that he showed in the first round bout. As he tries for an outside trip. They're tied up. Greg seems to control the head. Is he going to try and sprawl down? No, he gets into a dominant position there. Well done from Seth there. Great flexibility to be able to throw the legs in and prevent that side control. Of course, just a reminder that in Bushido there are no strikes to the head, whether that's standing or on the ground. No elbows, no neck cranks, no heel hooks, no slamming. Athlete safety is paramount. As we see Greg in a side control position here on Seth, and he's just taking his time, very calm performance here from Greg as he explodes over into a mount position there. Very slick step over there from Greg. And he looks like he's trying to isolate the left arm of Seth. Seth doing not a bad job of defending, but Greg gets that head. Oh, very well defended there by Seth. You can see what Greg's trying to do there. He's trying to stretch out Seth, get control of that arm, see if he can get that arm triangle in. And good adjustments there from Greg on the ground, going from side control back into a mounted position. Realised he did not have that submission deep enough. It looks like he's going for an armbar now, steps over. Seth does a good job to pin his own arms together there. Does not want to be extended there. You see referee Ryan Barry in a very good position to ensure fighter safety, which is paramount here. Can Greg break the grip? They looked like he was trying to attempt a bicep slicer to open it up, and we have the finish there. Greg with the armbar. Very slick jiu-jitsu performance there from Greg, which you would expect, trained by one of the OG black belts in Australia, George Soteropoulos there. Very, very good jiu-jitsu on the ground there from Greg. And gets a deserving round of applause from the audience there. Fantastic job there. And referee Ryan Barry asserting his authority early on the coaches there. Let's be honest, I'm not sure anyone really understands what he's saying at any given point in time. Everyone just nods politely. And Mislav really started strong in his last bout. Nick starting a lot stronger this bout. His first bout he was quite cagey, very tentative, but now he's right out there as they tie up, looking for a takedown. Very slick takedown there from Nick. Mislav tries to reverse. Nick's got a hook in there. Can he turn this into dominant position? But very good wrestling there from Mislav to end up in the guard. You can see Nick very active off his back there, really throwing the legs up. And Mislav, interestingly, tries to go straight back into Nick's guard there. I'm not sure was the right way to do things. Nick's very active off his back there. He's not really lying still at any point. He's not letting Mislav get comfortable in any position as they get stuck in a north-south position here. Now what you want to see from here from Nick is to turn towards Mislav here. Accidental knee there from Nick. Trying to post there, trying to defend, and Mislav's head was in the wrong position there, but Mislav does seem to be in a bit of a crucifix position there. I can't see the far arm. Oh, he's gone for an armbar out of nowhere. And that was some very good jiu-jitsu there. I definitely thought Nick had the advantage on the ground, but Mislav fought his way through it, managed to get the armbar. Very slick performance there from Mislav on the ground. Very impressive jiu-jitsu there, because Mick was very active off his back.
Okay, so good work for today, everybody that competed, and everybody who come along to support, all the trainers and training partners that helped out. So the first medal I'll present is for the lightweight group, and the winner was Greg. There you go, Greg. Congratulations. And I'll get you to stand over here. You can get a photo with the official photographer. And I might get you all just to stay there as well until I present all of them, and then we'll get everybody together. All right, and then the next group, or the next winner of the next group was Mislav. All right, good work, Mislav. Oh, I'll give you this one, not the one that dropped. There you go. All right, congratulations, well done for today. So the winner of the next group was Jed. Okay, congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, good work. And okay, and the winner of the final group, so that was a close one. They both had one win each, so we decided to give it to Taylor. Okay, congratulations. There you go. Okay. And we've also got a special award for the best submission of the day, which is going to be presented by Bazzi. Bazzi, who was the head referee today.
All right, guys, that was a tough one, but we'll have to go to Mislav.
Big bad Bazzi. All right, so I'll just get all the winners to just stand in front of this so we can get a quick photo with the winners. Yeah, I'll get in the middle. It'll look tough. All right. Okay. Good work, guys. Congratulations again. Congratulations. Good work. And good work. All right. Yeah.
Some of the brains trust here for Bushido, all members of the Australian Combat Sports Academy. Gents, what did we think of today's event?
I thought it went really well. Some of the matches were really super technical and some nice submissions and striking. And the main thing is everybody was very controlled, and you know we didn't really. I think there was just one disqualification, but everybody else kind of fought with the right spirit. So yeah.
Fantastic. And Ryan, you were refereeing today. What did you notice?
Yeah, it was. They listened really well. The decision making was very good. You know, you can see why it's crucial for young fighters to do something like this. Just going to develop in every area. You know, making decisions, getting the experience. Crowd watching them, phenomenal.
Absolutely. And Quan, you had a lot of different roles today, wrangling a lot of the competitors. What were your observations?
I thought it was a great day. I mean, we've set this competition up as something so that novice competitors have a setting to compete in. And as we saw today, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. So people could compete in a safe environment and just really test their skills. So yeah, it was a great day. Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Bushido. We are at the Australian Combat Sports Academy, and we will see you next time for Bushido 6. Taylor was one of our division winners today. Taylor, tell us about your experience here at Bushido.
Yeah, it was so good. It was my first fight, and I was coming in, I was a bit nervous, but then I met my competitor Grace, and she was lovely, and we had a chat beforehand and afterwards. And it's good coming in knowing that it's a very safe environment to sort of compete in, sort of no headshots, and then yeah, everyone sort of looks after everyone, so it was safe, and I was feeling confident and comfortable going in, so yeah. Fantastic,
and you had 2 bouts. Tell us about your experience overall in the competition arena.
It was fun, it was very intense, similar to what I do at training, just sparring, but like, just went in first fight, just have a bit of fun, sort of see where I need to work areas on, and it was good. It was good to compete with someone different to my training partners, so yeah. For sure, and when you look at an event like this, for you, what's been the biggest takeaway? Like, what are you gonna do differently or work on more post Bushido? I kick to the leg a lot, so working on my checks, sort of parrying, that sort of thing, more striking work for me, I think. But yeah, that's the good thing about competition. It sort of exposes areas where you need to work on, which I really, really love. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. It's Taylor, division winner here. You're watching Bushido. I'm joined by Greg, who won his division today at Bushido. Greg, tell us about your Bushido experience.
It was a good experience. Kind of just decided to enter because never had a striking fight or anything like that. So done a couple of jiu-jitsu comps and wanted to, dip my toes in the water a little bit. So I thought, it looks like a good option, given the no head strikes. And yeah, it was just fun to prepare for it. Like just in the gym, so it's not a massive, lots big crowd and all that sort of stuff. And no, it was fun. It was a good time.
And what was the experience like for you having to deal with striking?
It was okay. I mean, obviously we've done some sparring in the gym, so it was just good to feel, that in actual competition. It felt good. Yeah, that was better than I expected.
Yeah, awesome. It definitely can be a bit of an adjustment.
Yeah.
And so you won your division. Tell us a bit about your performance. Happy with it? What do you want to work on?
Happy with it. I think I've kind of we had 2 matches with the same opponent, and I think I learned a lot from the first one. That I was like, okay, well, my path to victory in the second one will be grappling. So kind of just tried to go for more takedowns in the second one, and yeah, eventually got the win, obviously. But yeah, obviously moving forward, work a lot on the striking, and yeah, that's about it.
Fantastic. Greg won his division. My name's Jeremy, and you're watching Bushido. All right, I'm joined by a couple of the coaches here for Bushido, some of the athlete coaches. I'd love to hear your perspective on this day and how it went from a coaching point of view.
Look, this is our second time down here, and we brought a couple of newcomers, and we just think that it's a fantastic outlet for guys who are just getting into it. It's safe, it's controlled, they can take risks on the mat in the matches, and not be worried about getting injured, and we just think it's a fantastic format, and we'll always bring our guys down and compete in this one to get them started. Obviously the amateur level in MMA is really high, so something in between that, like a bridge, is a really awesome and much needed venue, and we love coming down here, so that's my take on it.
No, absolutely. And how do you go, because I know it can be quite a challenge for coaches to be quiet and sit still during the actual competition. How do you go with that, and how does that change your coaching in terms of the cornering between rounds?
I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling with it. I think I actually have a hemorrhage from not being able to yell at the guys, especially when it hits the mat. That's hard, man. But it is what it is. It's kind of good for me to be quiet every now and then. My missus will tell you that. Yeah, look, it's good. It keeps it stops it from getting too elevated, as we were talking about before. It stops it from getting too elevated and too competitive, and you don't want it overly competitive. You want it to be more technical and controlled, and I think it's a good thing. I mean, maybe a little bit of coaching might have been good, but you don't want it to get elevated. That's exactly right. Keep it not competitive. So yeah.
Absolutely. Dennis, any thoughts from the coaching perspective?
You mean like the coaching during the matches?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it is kind of, you do miss being able to, you see someone in a position and you want to be able to say, put your arm there, or do this or do that. So you miss out on a little bit of that, but I find that that's kind of outweighed by the change in the atmosphere, making more about learning. And I think even, there's things that I notice fighters doing, and I remember, after the match, I'm going to tell them how to do this and this, whereas if you it's almost like you're cheating in the test, giving them the answers by telling them what to do during the fight. That 9 times out of 10 when people are shouting stuff out during the fight, the fighters should already know how to do that anyway. So if they're making that mistake, it usually doesn't make that much difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And so between rounds, does it change how you deliver your instructions?
I think it does, because you need to be more precise with what you say. So just what I usually do with cornering fighters anyway, I won't overload them with information. I'll just say between the rounds we give 3 pieces of information, or maybe less than 3, because any more than that people probably aren't going to take it on board. So I think not being able to coach during the round focuses you into, these are the 3 important things that I must remember to tell them, and that probably helps with the coaching a little bit.
yeah, definitely helps keep it simple, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much, guys. Always good to hear the coach's perspective. You're watching Bushido. And that concludes Bushido here. This is Bushido 5, put on by the Australian Combat Sports Academy. I have been your commentator, Jeremy Dooley, as our referee and judge. Walk in front of the camera there. They think they own the place. They kind of do. They're both pro athletes. This is Bushido. My name's Jeremy Dooley, and we will see you next time.